Number 10. The Hydra. The first God of War boss ever. You first fight one of the smaller Hydra heads inside the ship, then another on the deck, then two other smaller ones, and the main massive head by the ship's sail. As first boss fights go, this one definitely left a good impression. The smaller Hydra heads give you a little hint of what's to come, but when you get to the real deal, that's when the fun begins. You first have to go to the two smaller Hydra heads on either end of the ship, with a clever yet simple puzzle. But before that feeling you get when you're fighting two Hydra heads pretty much at the same time is unrivaled. When you try to finish off one Hydra, the other one pulls you in. And when you try to finish off the other, the first one does the same. But eventually, you manage to pin them down, and you climb up the ship's sail to fight the big guy. You use your super awesome Blades of Chaos, weapons which have not been seen before in any game before God of War 1. And when the Hydra opens its mouth to bite down on you, you use Poseidon's rage to damage it with lightning. Its devastating roar sends you flying off the ship, but you come back for more. You use the Hydra's head to break the sail's pole and then pierce the Hydra through it like it's nothing. Playing this back when I was a kid in the 2000s made me feel badass, and it still does. Number 9. The Colossus of Rhodes. The first boss you encounter in God of War 2, a massive statue brought to life to serve one purpose: kill Kratos. You first see the massive statue outside the hall you're fighting in. It peeks in as you slaughter the soldiers that stand in your way. As you make your way out of the building, the Colossus punches its arm into the corridor in an attempt to grab you, but fails. You face the statue in the open and use a boulder shot out of a catapult to stun it, but that's not enough, so you use the catapult to shoot yourself at the statue and leave two nasty scars, one on each of its cheeks. The statue tries to step on you and squish you with its hands, but it is unsuccessful. You instead amputate its arms and use it against him to stun it, while you acquire the Blade of Olympus and finish it off from the inside. It is unfortunate that this boss fight ended the way it did though. Number 8. The Sisters of Fate. The long journey of God of War 2 has all led to this moment. You fight two of the sisters initially. The boss fight isn't really that much until one of the sisters brings you to your past, where you fight on top with the sword you once used to kill Aries. You stop the sister from breaking the sword and prevent a change in your timeline. Number 7. The final battle with Zeus. This battle was like no other. The soundtrack, the visuals, the settings. You first fight Zeus next to Pandora's box, but then he bests you, provoking you to let go of Pandora's box and allowing her to die. The battle then continues outside before Gaia shows up, and you end up fighting her in her chest, where Kratos stabs Zeus and pierces Gaia's heart with it. The Titan dies, but the Sky God lives and transforms to his astral form, where he takes you to a dark place to weaken you mentally, but fails, only for Kratos to come back and pummel Zeus to death. Number 6. Chronos. You're fighting a Titan. You take on the colossal Titan Lord, climbing and battling through his body to reach a climactic showdown. Amidst stomping attacks and grabs, Kratos must dodge and strike with precision, using the chains of exile to grapple and deal powerful blows. You rip out one of his nails and burst his shoulder open. Quick time events and cinematic flair lead to a gripping conclusion, where Kratos inflicts a mighty blow to defeat the Titan, only after tearing his stomach open and stabbing him in the chin with the same instrument that is holding him down. Number 5. Aries. In the cinematic Aries boss fight in God of War 1, you undergo a transformative battle where you grow in size, only to be pulled into a portal where Kratos combats evil versions of himself, fighting to safeguard his family. Despite his victory, Ares cruelly seizes your Blades of Chaos and uses them to kill your family anyway. Stricken with grief and vengeance, Kratos emerges back to reality, grasping the sword from Athena's statue, determined to confront Ares and seek ultimate retribution in an intense struggle that encapsulates Kratos' journey of growth, tragedy, and unyielding resolve. Number 4. The first Thor boss fight of God of War Ragnarok. In the thrilling Thor boss fight at the start of God of War Ragnarok, an unexpected element comes into play as Thor taunts Kratos, sensing that he's intentionally restraining his strength. The towering stature of Thor surprises player, adding to the intensity of the battle. A breathtaking moment occurs when Kratos' axe and Thor's hammer collide, causing a stunning freeze of lightning. and as the fight escalates, Thor's relentless assault eventually pushes Kratos into a breaking point, leading to a riveting scene where Kratos taps into a hidden wellspring of his true power, showcasing an explosive burst of might and determination in the face of an overwhelming adversary. Number 3. Heimdall. In the climactic Heimdall boss fight within God of War Ragnarok, players' anticipation to confront the bullying god grows as Kratos faces Heimdall. We all have been waiting for this moment ever since he bullied Atreus. The long-awaited spear created by Brock brings a sense of anticipation, with players curious about its effectiveness. The moment when the spear proves its worth is deeply satisfying, offering a sense of triumph and justice. Heimdall's unique ability to foresee attacks makes Kratos' ability to land a punch a remarkable feat, heightening the intensity of their battle. Despite Kratos' initial intention to spare Heimdall, his dire threats against Atreus push Kratos to an ultimately gratifying decision: the visceral defeat of the god of foresight, delivering a fitting resolution to the emotional build-up and solidifying Kratos' role as a relentless defender of his family. Number 2. Poseidon. In the epic Poseidon boss fight of God of War 3, Kratos faces the god of the sea in an epic battle atop of Gaia. Amidst the chaos, Gaia delivers a powerful punch to Poseidon's avatar, creating an opening for Kratos to seize him. The fight unfolds as Kratos mercilessly engages Poseidon in a brutal struggle, unleashing unrelenting attacks. In a poignant moment, Poseidon pleads for his life as Kratos pummels him, ultimately delivering a crushing defeat that emphasizes the game's grand scale and Kratos' unyielding determination. Number 1. Baldur. In the captivating Baldur boss fight in God of War 2018, players grapple with conflicting emotions as they confront the enigmatic antagonist, Baldur, who has relentlessly pursued Kratos and Atreus throughout the game. Despite his antagonistic actions, a sense of attachment has grown due to Baldur's complex backstory. The battle takes an intense turn as Kratos defends Freya from Baldur's assault, showcasing the layers of emotion intertwined with the fight. The climax reaches its peak as Kratos and Atreus join forces atop a colossal creature, combining their strengths to defeat Baldur. This combination of gameplay mechanics and narrative threads underscores the game's dynamic storytelling and emotional depth, making the boss fight a memorable and impactful experience, and in my opinion, the best boss fight of any God of War.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you, you've done what even the All-Father himself could not. I've never felt more alive! Ironic, isn't it?